Last week, guys, of windshield wiper. So this is the donkey choke, yeah. So we do the same setup from the cross face underhook. Yeah. I'll fake the knee on belly, and I slide my shin across his arm, pin it with the sole of my foot. My knee's pointing this way, so I point it the other way to the windshield wiper position. The detail was with my cross face, I make him look the other way, so if Carl tries to pull that arm out, it's difficult. Then I'm going to open up the gi. Okay, so same as last time. Possibly we can try to come over the top if his arm is high, coming underneath. So we were looking at bread cutter choke last time. Okay, this time we're going to look at the donkey choke. So you take the slack right out of it, pass it from my right to my left. I want to make sure that I get a little bit of material, so I want to grab as high as I can and have a little bit of material below my hand. If he's got a short gi, we'll address that in the next move. So from this position now, most times people will have this in their face. If they know jiu-jitsu, they're trying to make frames and push you away. So probably the easiest way to remove this is I just come from over the top, I swim it inside, so I get it on my shoulder, and then my right hand is going to grab my lapel. So from here, I want to create space, so I'm going to turn. So I'm turning my body towards his legs as I slide my hand. Okay, my hand's going to slide down, okay, to the end of the lapel, and I'm going to straighten this arm to make Carl look away from me. This also gives me a bite, okay, on his neck with my forearm. From here, I'm stepping over his head with my foot. So there's a couple of ways you can get this. First variation is I just flick the wrist. So I'm turning my wrist here, using my left foot as a frame, and I'm just coming in to my donkey choke there. Okay. Or, if I'm a little bit more flexible, I keep the grip and I just slide the crook of my knee underneath his head. And then from there, I'm going to kick my leg back. So I'm just kicking my leg back. Like a donkey, apparently. That's where it got its name. So again, one more time. From cross-face underhook, side control, I'm going to do the same setup. So I fake the knee on belly. My shin swims across his bicep, pin the wrist, and then switch my hips. Make them look the other way. This has been the same setup this last few weeks when we've been playing this windshield wiper game. Open up the lapel, pass it underneath, and I make sure that when I get the grip, I have a little bit of slack here, so I'm not right at the end of the lapel. Just depends on the cut of the gi, but we'll look at the next move if it's a short gi. So from there, Carl's most likely going to be making a frame into my neck. So my hand swims under, go in the underhook on it, and again I can just latch on my gi here to keep everything secure. So now I'm going to turn onto my right side as my hand slides down the lapel, and then I stiff arm this, so I'm making him look away from me. Okay. First variation is I just step over his head. Okay. So I'm making a block, and I'm just going to flick my left wrist here. Okay. Second variation, if I'm a little bit more flexible, I'm just going to lift his head, and I bring the back of my knee around the back of his head. This hand then can post. And from there I flick the wrist and kick your leg back, just like that. Second variation is a lot tighter. We'll also look at if you lose that grip as well. Okay, so one more time. Side control, cross face underhook. Okay, fake the knee on belly. Windshield wiper. Make him look away. Open up the lapel. Swim it underneath. Passing from my right to my left. Now I need to remove this here. Okay? Easiest way is I just come over the top, so I swim inside. So it's really on my right shoulder, and we'll look about attacking this in the next move. I can grab my lapel if I want, just to keep it tight. And then I'm going to turn to my side. And as I turn onto my right hip, I'm letting my hand slide down. And then I stiff arm Carl's head to make him look away from me. Okay? as I step over his head. I'm going to get my heel as close to his ear as I can, and then I'm just flicking that wrist there. Okay? Or if you're a little bit more flexible, I replace my left foot with my left knee here. Okay? And then from that position, I can flick the wrist, and then I just kick back like a donkey here. So, one more time. I can also do it without the lapel. So, from the cross-face underhook, I still want this position, the windshield wiper. Rather than passing this, I still have the grip on the gi with my left hand. Okay, so I stiff arm it, step over his head. There's version 1 there. Version 2, I drop my knee to the mat, and then I kick back. Okay, let's do it for 5, yeah.